Welcome back, eh? This is the Canadian Silver Seeker, and I hope you guys are having another great day like I am. Wow, 74, almost $75 an ounce silver CAD. I can't believe it. It is just unbelievable. This is what I started buying silver for a long time ago. I knew it was going to go up. And hey, it might go down yet again here. There's a lot of speculation. There could be a good crash and a big dump on the silver. Hey, I got no crystal ball. I'm just under the speculation that even if it does crash down from the price that it has come up to now, I don't think it's going to crash back down to that $40 an ounce CAD again. I think it's going to stay above that, at least $10, maybe down to $50. Who knows? I could be wrong. That's just my speculations, but we will see. I went to the LCS, I guess, twice this week. I went once a while ago. I can't remember what day it was. I guess it wasn't this week. It would have been last week. But I went through his quarter book again, and his silver dollar book, and I found one quarter, a 925 quarter, actually. It's not 80%. It's a 1903, as you can see, with King Edward on it there. But this was 24 times face. I couldn't say no to 24 times face when currently silver spot alone brings an 80% quarter to over 40 times face. I didn't even work it out for this video. But yeah, so I had to pick that up. And I also picked up this specimen silver dollar from his book because it was one that I needed for 2013. Not going to talk about it too much there. I also got a 2012 silver dollar. I'll talk about those ones in another video. I've got some more stuff coming here. I actually got quite a few things coming, but I have to wait on the Canada Post because they have a bit of a strike going on. So I got a few things ordered here and on the way. I got pretty much all the 2012 silver dollars, so I guess this is one of them. Gold-plated one, I guess, is still coming on the way, but I gotta wait till Canada Post is off strike. I want to buy some more of the 2013 ones as well. I'm holding off on those because there is a coin show coming up here locally to me in a couple weeks here, which I would love to go to. And I might just check and see what their price is. I still need the I want to talk more about this, but I still need 2 of these particular silver dollars, and I don't want to mention it too much right now. But yeah, I'm gonna see. I got very decent prices on them on eBay, better than my LCS. And so yeah, I might buy them there, but I'm gonna hold off a couple weeks. I got the 2026 fractional silver maple set on the way, but I gotta wait on Canada Post on that one too. I got it for a decent deal, a little bit more than what the Royal Canadian Mint was selling it for originally, but it sold out immediately at the Royal Canadian Mint. And well, with the 2023 set, I ended up having to buy it, and I've actually bought a few different sets where I have ended up selling the other coins and recouping all of my money and still got to keep the 1/20th 16 millimeter silver dollar from the set. So this particular silver dollar, when it comes, that's going to be my 14th 16 millimeter silver dollar, 1/20th ounce silver maple. Original ones or unique ones. I do have a couple duplicates because I found some cheap ones online that I just couldn't pass up, even though I really should, because they're only 1/20th of an ounce of silver. But yeah. Anyways, I'm always searching for those online. When I see them cheap, I can't say no for some reason. I love those little tiny silver maples and the fact that they're silver dollars. I also got the 5-ounce 2024 silver dollar on the way, the special 110 millimeter one. I've been watching a site for a while. I was actually waiting for Black Friday to show up to see if they had a deal on it. And every once in a while, I don't watch it every day, but every once in a while I go to the site and I check out the silver, and I just like, I'll check it out and see what price it is. It's probably still the same price. They had it for their original listing price back in 2024 on their site, so I was hoping for a sale because I didn't even want to pay that original listing price of I think it was like $615 or $630, something like that, $615 to $630, somewhere in there, on the Royal Canadian Mint. And they actually came out with another new one this year. It's not a silver dollar this year. It's a different denomination, so I won't be buying it, but they actually raised it at the Royal Canadian Mint to $6.99. Anyways, they dropped the price on it dramatically, less than the original cost from the Royal Canadian Mint. And they had, like, I was watching that site. I'll mention it when it comes in the mail. I won't say the site right now, but I'll mention it when it comes in the mail and put a link up because they're a pretty good site. I've bought off of them before. But yeah, I was watching it and they had a darn good sale, and so I pulled the trigger quick, even though I had just bought a huge purchase with the silver fractional maple leaf. It was actually just after that I kind of purchased it, and I think it was that day or the day after. I was like, I'll check this site, and when it was on sale, I just couldn't say no. Still a little bit of a premium on those 5 ounces of silver in that coin, but with the prices of silver, who knows how much that premium is still going to be premium, and still it's going to be just regular spot price. I don't know. I can't speculate. I have no crystal ball, but I know I've been watching a lot of videos lately. A lot of people freaking out. A lot of people saying, oh, with this new pushing $50 an ounce US, it puts us into new territories, and a lot of people speculating both ways that it's going to crash, and a lot of people speculating the opposite way, that it's going to shoot to the moon still. So I don't know. I really don't know. But the Canadian Silver Seeker just started buying silver, years ago. I've been sharing it with you guys, and I've been buying it for this. My plan is to just hold it for 20 years, hopefully, God willing, and then sell it off for retirement as I need it. If my family needs it for certain things, it'll still be around if I happen to pass away. So yeah, that's why I buy every week here. And what else did I buy this week? But I bought my regular $5 of quarters, and I got a bunch of shiny ones because the LCS, with the increased silver prices, he bought a bunch of silver, and I actually got a really decent deal on this. How would you say, according to the regular prices of silver? Not a decent deal according to prices of silver, a month ago, but decent deal. Got it at actually 40 times face, which is actually cheaper than the amount of silver in there. The amount of silver in there, spot 3 ounces in $5, is going to be $210. I got it for $200, so I can't say no when I'm getting silver for below spot. He bought lots, and so he just wanted to, recoup some of his money, and he says, and despite whatever the price is next week, I'll be paying the same thing for the next few weeks here, unless it, drastically declines. But yeah, I'm kind of locked in. I love his retroactive prices. That being said, in the kind of rural area that I live in, I don't have a lot of choices of where I can buy and sell silver. And I've been talking to, a few of the people that I buy off of every once in a while. And the one guy on Kijiji on Facebook, actually, that I met, he was saying, well, he's going to fly actually out to Toronto to sell his silver because he was disappointed that he couldn't find someone in the area that would pay decent amount of prices. And my LCS, I don't know, I think they pay decent, but obviously not according, to that guy. Like he's obviously the LCS, he's got to give us a spread. So, if I took this back to him and tried to sell it to him tomorrow, he's not going to give me 40 times face for it. But like, I can't blame him for that either. There isn't a lot of purchasing around here. I don't know exactly what he purchases. He says he works on a, 5 to 20% spread. But that being said, I've only seen him purchase a couple times, and what I saw him purchasing and for how many ounces it was, it seemed like a decent offer to me. I can't remember what it was. It was about 10 or 20% under spot, and that to me would be reasonable, especially, if you hold on to it for 20 years and it's already increased in 200% or whatever in that time. Hi, kitty. Well, then you're getting a pretty good deal. But, like I say, the guy in this area, he wasn't happy with the prices that he was able to get. And so he was going to take it to a place in Toronto, and he actually shared the link with me. And he actually also shared with me another place, Gate West. I know these guys because I've purchased off of them. I'll put the link to these places in the description of this video if you're interested. But Gate West right now, the last time I checked, they were paying 40 times face on their website for 80% junk silver. Now, that being said, I would always phone a place before you, go take a bunch down there and try to sell it, because, with the prices this high, what they say on their website and what you might find in person might be different. They might, turn you away depending on, I've heard a lot of places, smelters and whatnot are turning away. They don't want to buy right now. I think they're scared of buying it too high, and then they turn around and they lose money because of a crash, right? So there is that, possibility, but I will share those links with you guys. Canadian Silver Seeker, he's not freaking out. I know the prices are going to increase. I know the prices are going to decrease. My plan was to diamond hand hold this stuff for 20 years anyways. I don't spend more than I have on this stuff. I don't put myself usually into a position that I need extra money, and I usually like to have a little extra money always on hand just in case a big bill hits or, life happens, so that I don't have to go out and sell any of my stack. And so I don't give a lot of advice, but that's the advice that I would give to you. If you're going to buy some silver or gold, don't put yourself short in your real life. I buy weekly because I literally don't buy anything really else. My life revolves around saving money for my family, and that's kind of what I do. I buy food and, toiletries. And it sounds silly, but I really don't buy a lot of stuff. I try to be as self-sufficient as possible. I try to grow as much food as I can. I try to grow my vices. If you guys seen my channel for a long time, you know what my vices are. I grow my vices, and it all saves me money in the end, right? And I try to have, I try to keep myself as busy as possible in order to keep that cash flow coming in as much as possible, because, hey, all that extra cash flow always turns into silver and gold for the Canadian Silver Seeker. Hey, and it adds up fast. If you stack 3 ounces a week for 4 years, I don't know, add that up. How many ounces would you have? Anyways, that's about it. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Remember, doesn't cost you a single piece of silver or gold to like and subscribe. You guys mean the world to me. Happy stacking, eh? Oh, just a PS. Hey, what is that? What is that number? Say what you're going to say in the comment. Throw what that number is. 3 times 52 weeks times 4 years. What's that number? Put it in the comment. Hey, you might just get entered for a draw because you stuck around and you listed this long. Happy stacking, eh?